it's me, Manny, and today we are talking about the third page of the comic I made for my art project. And this page is the first page of the story. It's not exposition anymore, even if not much happens. The first shot has a lot of things in it, and I'm gonna probably mostly talk about this shot. But it's packed with a lot of things. Firstly, the bookcase, you have a lot of character that is set just by a bookcase, because the main character, SMC, which I had to think about it a second because it's the opposite way that you write it in French because it's an acronym, so it has to make sense in English. So SMC, his color palettes are blues and reds and browns. And as you can see, there's a row, well, you won't see now, but you will see later, there's a row of books that are his color. They're neatly lined, there's a lot. He's a really well thought character, really proper, and you get that. It's a little using the place that the character are in to already tell about their character. It's a tip that I recommend is whenever you can, when it's too much of a hassle, use the environment to tell a story too. Don't only use the character designs and what the character says, but where the characters are and how they decorate their place, what they always have around them, what they keep out of places so it's easier to reach. That can tell a lot about the characters, so whenever you can, do that. Whereas Andra, the other main character, a little less main than the first one since it's his point of view, but she's still a main character. Andra, she has a color palette of pinks and reds and a bit of gray for piercings, but you don't see them because of her hair. So she, on the other hand, has the place where she has her books is not as neat. Books are a bit all over the place, but there still is a lot of books. She's smart, but she's not as neat. She's more going with the flow and going all over the place, but she's still smart, you know? And you have the top shelf, which is a character that sadly isn't part of the comic, but you already know. Well, she is, but she isn't. You'll understand if I finish the full-length comic one day. But you already know a lot about her just by looking at all those books and the color palette of them. And you have the last row that has no books, which is Connor's row, because he's so done with everything, he doesn't read books. Connor is only mentioned, but that's enough. You know he's done with everybody's bullshit and he has no time to read, he has shit to do. And like I said, it's a shot that shows that the town is the other side of the water. It shows the geography too, and it also places the world forcing the character face to face. It's something that is done a lot more in like mangas and in movies. The establishing shot before zooming in on the character and the action. And I wanted to do that because that's really neat. Then you have a shot to show the establishing incident that causes that it's today that I didn't translate the comic's title for some reason, but it's Chaotic Mission, the Kidnapping. And this is why the chaotic mission is today and not another day. It's because the demon attacked and blew up a house. As you can see, before there is a house in that row, now there is not anymore because the demon of stealing blew it up. And SMC looks at that, he's a little bored, and then we get one of his thoughts, because he's the POV character, and he thinks on that box, because since he's the POV character, we get his thoughts as those boxes. That was him that told us the story beforehand in the flashbacks. That's his thing. When you see those boxes, it's because he is the one that thinks, since he's the POV character. And he thinks that's the price of war, ... And you can already see his character. You get more exposition of his character in the next page when he thinks about this a little bit more, but you already get his character. Well, half of his character anyway. You can see that he doesn't have a lot of empathy for the humans, which is understandable since he's a cyborg. As you will see later, and you already saw on the cover, he can turn his head into a fucking, I don't know what it is, a cannon. Goddamn, that boy, he's not human. And then you have another shot of him taking out the I don't remember how it's called. Oh no. The purple thing. Oh no, what is this called? This is ridiculous. The carpet. Taking the carpet in his hand that we saw in the establishing shot is next to the bookcase. So the establishing shot was useful to now explain this action. Where is he? He's next to the bookcase. He takes the carpet that is purple. It was there, now it's in his hand. He's taking it off. You'll understand why in the next page. So yeah, this is a lot of using the camera angles and everything, and the establishing shot to explain the action so that you're not confused, and then we can cut into the action. We don't have to show a shot of the carpet, then of him, and then of him taking the carpet. You show it in the establishing shot. We can cut to the chase. It's more dynamic, it's quicker, it's more it's simpler, and it's better in my opinion. So yeah, that's all I have to say for the page, but now I will talk about the design. Yeah, the design. He has really pointy hair, but his jaw is a square, and his body is also pretty squarish, for my style anyway. And it's to show that he is indeed a very serious and stern character, what you imagine when you draw a character that is a square, but the pointiness already alludes to the other part of his character, that he is violent, and he likes using his cannon to fuck shit up. since he doesn't have much empathy. And it's also shown by his design, where his outfit is pretty brown, and there's this blue bow tie, but his hair is vibrant, and he has those those red tips. Yeah, I made multiple versions of his design. I will maybe show it on Instagram, I don't know. But yeah, it was a ride to design those characters because I made multiple versions to try and get the best read of the character simply by looking at them. And yeah, I think I did a pretty good job at doing that. And the main characters, those two anyway, have pretty vibrant colors to denote that they're the two main characters and such, that they are the team, because they were the two first members. Connor was first a villager. That's his backstory, and such he has more villager color on top of just having colors that show that he's done with everything. And the kidnappee that we will see later in the long version of the comic, if I do it, also has a villager color palette, and their boss, that we don't see, has since she is, spoiler alert, since she is a demon god hybrid, she also has the demon color palette. So yeah, the color palettes of all the characters was really thought out, and that's also a thing I suggest. Another tip I give for people that are interested in comics is think out your character designs a lot, the colors, the shapes, the outfits. Just try your best to make everything show the character, and it doesn't have to be showing only one thing. It can show multiple parts of the character. It can also hide parts if the character wants to hide things. So yeah, that's my tip. And we're done with this page. So we'll talk about page 4 on the next video. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye bye. Take care.